Hey, Mark Presley here. How we doing? Uh, Boy, I had a great day today. I did my first lecture for the Conjurers Magic Club at Midwest Magic, and I had a great time. I really enjoyed it. It was my first lecture, and I still got to iron out a couple, a few bumps, but that's expected, when you're doing your first lecture. The name of my lecture was Imagination, Creativity, and Inventing. Now, when I say the word inventing, a lot of you might right away think of, inventing magic to market, which isn't the whole emphasis. The three elements of my lecture, imagination, creativity, and inventing, could apply not just to marketing, but your show or your magic effects. Lately, my brain has been kind of shifting. Where I was once kind of concentrating on doing magic shows, after I created Butterfly in the Box, that really inspired me. It kind of made me see some things in myself that I didn't know I had, and I wanted more of it. It was an overwhelming feeling coming up with that effect and doing the video tutorial and the directions and dealing with Murphy's magic, which has been a blessing I'm taking on my effect. And so it kind of shifted my brain a little bit. And I started getting more into the thinking of inventing, which is a gift I never really knew I had, but apparently I have had it. So, I'm constantly getting all these ideas. My brain just goes 240 an hour, maybe more. But, one day I was surfing on YouTube, and I came across a video of a magician who made these boxes out of playing cards. I thought it was brilliant, and I wanted to learn how to make them. So I'd watch the video over and over and over again. My first box didn't turn out too well, but after watching it, it got better. Finally, after I perfected it, I thought to myself, I want to go one step further. I want to make my box so the walls can fold into itself. And they did. And then I said to myself, I want to make my box so when you unfold the walls, you can refold them, you can rotate it, you can flip the box over, show both sides, and then finally, when you construct the walls to make a box, there'll be a back door and a front door. It'll swing open, and then it'll fold flat again. So I perfected all that, and after I was able to manipulate the box to make it do all that stuff that I just told you, when I refolded it and kind of squished on the walls, something happened. Now, I don't want to tell you right now because I don't want to give it away. I'm going to be showing the video in a moment. But you see, when I created that effect, I knew I had something. And I was so proud of myself. In fact, I started already kind of advertising it on my blog called Out of the Box, if you've heard of it. It's supposed to be released July 3rd this year, 2013. And just kind of like the whole Butterfly in the Box, before it actually came out, I was on a marketing campaign. I was talking about it. I was performing it. And I decided to take that technique of, the marketing, because it worked really well, and applied it towards that. Well, I was very excited. In fact, I took the video and I sent it to Patrick Murphy over at Murphy's Magic. Now, Patrick, he's like a walking encyclopedia of magic. He's brilliant. He knows everything. History, who made what, when. And he's the go-to guy. He's the guy that decides whether they're going to take on a magic product or not. For those of you that don't know Murphy's, they're one of the biggest magic distributors in the world. something I'm very proud of to have my product butterfly in the box with. So when I showed Patrick, he thought it was great, and he wanted to immediately start to sell it once I get it all together. And then everything came to a screeching halt. Upon further research on YouTube, I found another magician performing almost the exact effect to the T. It was pretty scary, actually. His name's Roch. And for those of you in the magic community, if you're not aware, you got to really do your homework and research to make sure, if you have a magic product, an idea in your mind that you want to put out, you have to do your research and make sure that there's nothing out there that's like your effect, because somebody might have created it already. It's the whole magician's code and respect and ethics. So with that being said, I ended up tracking down Ray. Very nice gentleman. He lives in Canada. And we talked a little bit. I told him how my box folds. He told me how he could pull an apple out of his box. I kind of laughed, telling him how I came up with this effect, and then I found his video. We had a great time. We talked for about an hour. I showed him my out-of-the-box live, via Skype. And, Ray, he thought that my effect was different enough to still market. But I decided to still not go forward with it, to put on the brakes. Why? It's because after I saw Ray's impossible box, that's what it's called, right here, I thought it was a great effect. And not only that, you see, even though he gave me permission, whenever I'm performing that effect now, I'm going to think of Ray and his impossible box. So let me take the cellophane off so you can see it better. So I decided to just put the brakes on it and move on to my next idea. There it is, right there, impossible box. Now what I found really interesting is, you see, Ray lives in Canada. He came up with this effect 17 years ago. And I find it really kind of bizarre that the same effect I didn't even know existed, I thought I created, just from a YouTube video. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that, in this world that we live in, we're connected in a lot more ways than you think. Here's a man who lives all the way in Canada, and me, Mr. Mark Presley, right here in Chicago, Illinois, small suburb here, comes up with the same effect, but I'm 17 years late. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that, when you come up with an idea, do your research and talk to the magicians. Show them your idea, get their support, backup. Now, there's more to the story, because, when I decided not to go forward with it, I decided to let Patrick at Murphy's, I suggested, hey, maybe you should, take on this effect. And it's being sold there now. So it's things like that in the magic community, when we support and back each other up, instead of it just being, all out for yourself. Like Steve Hart says, my great friend Steve Hart, magicians have to learn to collaborate more, work together. When I created my butterfly in a box, I had tons of people on my team helping me out. People that wrote the description, people that would look over my demo and give me advice, all kinds of things. So anyway, that's about it. I just wanted to touch base on you with my effect that was supposed to come out that is no longer coming out. So I just wanted to show you my effect called Out of the Box. Again, this is Roch. I hope I'm saying it right. Roch or Roch or R-O-C-H. I don't know. But this is it right here, the Impossible Box. I hope you enjoy it. And please support Ray. Thank you. Now, the video footage that you're about to see is me actually video recording a demo of my Out of the Box, which is really a great idea I'm starting to find. If you have a magic effect that you want to market and you're gearing it towards maybe a company, before you go into all the work of the packaging, video, and the directions and all that, maybe just have them look at it, because you might be saving yourself a lot of time. Had I not made that video demo and I went further and made the directions in the video, I would have spent wasted a lot of money and time. So just make sure it's somebody that you trust as far as showing anything. And that's it. So this is the video footage of me presenting my Out of the Box before I found out that it was already invented. Okay, so here we go. Here's Out of the Box. So I could have an original here. Not sure, but that's another reason why I wanted to show you this, to see if you've seen anything like it. That way I could credit the appropriate people. So with that being said, here is Out of the Box. And that is Out of the Box. Now, when you're done with this, you can take it and you can put it, in your pocket. Or you can take it out of your pocket when you go to do the trick. So everything is compact. Now, I learned this from a video I saw on YouTube. A guy was giving a demonstration of how to make a box out of playing cards. And for some reason, something clicked, and I constructed the box, and I came up with this whole method to make, an object appear from there. Now, I didn't want to do it here because I already made a ton of noise practicing. I kept dropping the ball here. It gets kind of loud here. But imagine doing this like at a restaurant, close up, and you hear that ball drop. It's pretty loud, pretty startling. So I hope that looked good. Hope you liked it. Let's see what else. One of the things I was going to do is go into the construction of this. When I was first in the early development stages, you take the cards and you kind of make these walls. Just kind of bend them, like so. And I thought at first that would be kind of cool if you could construct the walls in front of people and then make the ball appear. But it just takes too darn long. It takes about 2-3 minutes just to make the box. So this is just to make one wall. See that? One wall. And then what you do is just kind of put them together, construct them. So, and then that goes right inside there. So you got one wall, and then you make another one of these, and you end up, you know, with this thing here. Kind of a cool origami thing. And my presentation, I don't know if you've seen my video that I'm working for this, is how, you know, there's been great inventors, you know, in time, and each of those inventors have thought out of the box. So you have to excuse me, I don't have the full script here, but you know, the whole idea, thinking outside the box. So that's it. I don't know what else to tell you. Other than what I was talking about, constructing the walls, I thought would have been cool. Now, you could, all these pieces here, you have 4 right here, and then the top and bottom. It's 6. You could technically have all these walls apart and construct it in front of them, but that's still a little bit of time. You're still maybe looking at a minute or so. So, I literally came up with this idea tonight with having the box folded, and you just kind of take it out of your pocket. Okay. So that's it. I hope I didn't ruin, you know, showing you without having it fully done. Kind of like what I did with Butterfly in the Box. You got to see everything. It was pretty much complete. But I need to save on time. I'm kind of confused here with the construction of the walls, if I should put them together or just pull it out of the pocket, if that's okay. So, with that being said, hopefully I'll get an email from you soon. Have a great night, okay? All right, bye. Hey, one other thing that I wanted to add. At the end of me showing you the effect, you know, a little sneak peek, I put together a little video trailer just so you could kind of get an idea of where I'm going with the whole out of the box thing. I also need to come up with some bullets, you know, for the effect, kind of like the butterfly in the box, so that way I could get started. And, so I hope I could bring this to you guys, to Murphy's. That'd be great if I could get another effect with you guys. Thanks again. All right, see you later. Bye.
In the 1800s, bicycle cars was born. On July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong became the first human to step on the moon. Alexander Graham Bell invented the first telephone in the late 1800s. The first iPod was invented in 2001. In the 1700s, Benjamin Franklin promoted his theory that lightning was electrical through his experiment of flying a kite during a lightning storm. In order for great things to happen, you have to think outside the box.